Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and this one's going to be a little bit different. As you can see, all I have here is a full 6x8 photo. This is from when I landed in Holyhead in Wales. The bridge, I needed to cross it in order to get to my room for the night, and it was all lit up and beautiful cloudless blue sky. I had to capture it. So I have a full 6x8 photo here. And then I pulled this off of Pinterest to use for some inspiration to fill in my dead space up here and then have a little cluster down here because these railings kind of boring. There's nothing really happening down there. The big focus is up here. So I did pull this. I found it on Pinterest, and I do want to give credit to this person. It says that her name is Janine Langer. So if that's you, I'm giving you credit for what you've done here. And I believe it said this was from 2014, and I still love it. I don't care that it was 2014. I was just curious, and so I looked. But I think these design principles that she's used, they still work. So I'm going to try to incorporate something like this onto this photo. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into my bin of stuff that I pulled specifically to use for Ireland and Wales. I'm going to go in there and see if there's anything I can use on this photo that works with the theme and kind of looks like that inspiration picture that I found. I have pulled out some stuff already, and the first thing I found was this. It says explore the unknown, and I think the colors work well with the colors in the photo here. So I plan to use it similar to this item that says start today. I think I'll do that down there. So I need to find some kind of a little tab I can use to overlap like she did here. I definitely have stars and enamel dots, so that part should be fairly easy. I'm gonna go find that next. All right, I've pulled out a bunch of my stars and my tabs. I'm going to start with these first here. And I thought maybe I would use this one, but I would have had to cut it down like right to the white area here, and it didn't leave much left. And it's a very solid blue. Then I found this one. I love this. I have a little bit more on the top that I can cut off and work with, plus it has stripes. And so I think it brings in the blue, but it'll still bring in the stripe. And there's a very subtle stripe on here too. I'm not sure how well that comes across on camera. There we go. Maybe you can see it a little bit. So I have that. And then it mimics all the lines and sort of stripes that I have going through here at various angles. So I think as a design choice, that's a good one. First, I thought I was going to mimic this exactly, where the epoxy item overlaps the little tab here, but I think I'm actually going to tuck my circular element under the tab instead of go over. I think this looks better. When I tried it the other way, I just didn't like the way these intersect, and I like that the blue seems to show up a little more if I tuck it underneath like that. So I think I'm going to go with that way. Then I just have to get the stars and at least one enamel dot. In my stars that I have, I do have some cork ones. There are smaller ones than this, about the same size, or they appear to be, but this is really dark, and I think that's too dark since it's already a night photo. But I do happen to have some cork sheets here, so I'm gonna look through these and see, and they're different patterns, they aren't all the same. So I'm going to look through here and just see if there's one of these. That's a tighter one, that's a wider one. I'm gonna look through there and just see if I like any of these better. And then I do have a little star punch, so I could make my own. If I still don't like it, then I'll just go back to looking at these, or I can do my acrylic pieces. I also have some chipboard ones, and I have these acetate ones, which I think these are all probably way too bright and too big, but you never know. All right, I've decided not to go with the cork. I did cut one out and it looked okay, but I just think I like these better because it brings in more color, which I really like. So I haven't adhered those, but I plan to, and then I just need to figure out what color I want for the enamel dot. I'm thinking maybe green, because there's a very, very dark green here, and it could bring that out, and there's a green tint right there, but I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to pull out a bunch of them, hold them up to this, and see what I like. All right, I have my stars and my enamel dot arranged. I decided to switch up the position of these two because I liked the yellow further away from this. And then I went with kind of a mid-tone green enamel dot, and it's from this set. I don't even know if this company still exists. I've had these a really, really long time, and it's taken me forever to use these up, as you can tell, but finally got to use another one, so that's good. I have to admit that doing the top part of this scares me a lot more than doing this, because I want it to look good. I don't know that I'm going to get it like as busy as this is here, but I do have some chipboard pieces here that I had collected for Dublin and Wales, and I was looking at these and I kind of like this one, but it's a little too dark. It's more of a mustard, I think. This one is slightly lighter and not too far off from this. I think it looks good with the gold on the bridge. I'm wondering if I should do that in the middle up there. But then what do I put around it? Here, she's used letter stickers, and I'm just not sure that I want to do that. If I did it, I wouldn't say love this probably. I'd want a single word, but I don't know what to use as a single word. So I'm stuck a little bit. I'm going to think about it because I don't want to stick something down and then regret it. So I'm going to just leaf through some other things, see if something grabs me, and hope that something is inspiring. I didn't find anything in my stuff that was specific for Dublin and Wales that was going to work, or that I liked well enough. So I went into my regular stash of travel stuff and I pulled out these. It's a package of acetate shapes, and most of them are travel related phrases, things that are on them, geotags, whatever. But then there are some stars thrown in, and I thought about that, but I just think with these down here, that's enough. I don't necessarily need those. I don't want a geotag because I tend to use those a lot when I do travel albums. But I pulled out all of these phrases because they're just a simple white or see-through with white font, which works well. It brings this out down here. But the problem was I realized it says explore down here. I don't want to use it again. So that pretty much means I have to eliminate these, even though this would take up a lot of space. And I like the idea of it. I just don't want it to say explore twice. So don't think I'm going to use those. So that leaves me with Adventure Bound and Discover. And of those, I feel like Discover is the better option just because it was night. I wasn't really going to go out and have any adventures given it was already dark. I don't like to go out alone in the dark when I'm traveling, and at least not when I'm solo traveling. So I think I'm going to use this one. And I do have a staple down here, so I'm wondering if I should just staple the sides or just the top or something to place it on there. I could do here and here at the ends. I'm not sure, but I think that's the one I want to use, at least for the title. I did attach that, but I decided it looked too blank. So I did pull out the other green enamel dot that I had that was exactly the same size. So I have that. And then I want two more just to scatter around. And I think I'm going to use one of the smallest of the white there, just again to bring that in. And I won't overlap it. I'll put it off to the side somewhere. And then I'm thinking maybe this color. It's not too far off there. Oh, actually, maybe the pink is a better. I was thinking this darker one, but maybe this is a better option. I'll try them both. But I was thinking one of those to overlap somewhere else. Well, guess what? After I put all of those on, I had them spaced around. I decided I didn't like it. I actually liked the cleaner look of just having this. So I think I'm going to leave it like this. Now you can see a little bit of adhesive where I had some stuck, but I think in the grand scheme of things, and once it's behind a page protector, you won't really notice that. So actually I'll put it in there right now and see how it looks. So there it is inside a page protector, and you can't really see that adhesive at all. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to leave it like this. And here's another one done for Wales. Thanks for watching.